Hey, it's Cecilia. Welcome to Clutter Wednesdays. I'm sitting on a couch. It's really exciting. And it's my couch, and it's orange, and her name is Clementine. And I'm very, very happy. This is a very exciting day. The couch came yesterday, and we unpacked it last night. And yes, very, very excited. So today there was a question. Last week we ran a little 4-day challenge. Thank you to those who participated. And there was a question that came about what to do with those bowls or boxes of random stuff. Somebody was sharing that they really get stuck when they come across those. And so let's talk about these, and let's talk a little bit about why we get stuck with these bowls of random things, boxes of random things, drawers of random things, and what we can do. So let's start with why we get stuck. The reason that we get stuck on these, there's a few reasons. One reason is that there's often many different categories of things in these bowls. There might be old keys, there's coins, there's twist ties, there's elastics, there's coupons, there's bills that need to be paid. There's many different categories of stuff, and often they're things that we need to do something with, or it's like a little piece that fell off the chair that you might glue back on someday. So what it requires of our brain when we go through it is switching very quickly from one category to another. And whenever we're in a situation like that, it's really easy to get bogged down, and it's really easy to get stuck. The other reason that we get stuck is because it's a bowl full of maybes, basically. There might be one or two. I mean, my sense with those types of bowls or drawers or boxes, the junk ones, is that 95% of the stuff is stuff that we don't actually want, but that there's a maybe around it, right? So you get some coupons in the mail. It's for a restaurant that you sometimes go to. And so you think, maybe I'll use these coupons because I sometimes go to this restaurant, but you don't ever use the coupons, and then they stay there until the fridge is actually another great place for this. You know, like we put a whole bunch of things on our fridge, and they're all these sort of maybes, maybe things, maybe mights. And I've talked about this before, but the energy of maybe is exhausting, because yes is clear, no is clear. Maybe requires so much energy from us because the motivation isn't there. There's a motivation with yes, there's a motivation with no, and there is no motivation with maybe. And so that's another reason why we get stuck on these things, because it's a bowl full of things that we might use someday, that we maybe could use, or like maybe these keys are for something, or maybe I'll go back to Europe and use this €1, or, you know. And the other issue, this is another reason why we get stuck, is that often these things don't have homes. Now, I think it's totally fine to have a junk drawer, to have a junk bowl, to have a place to capture these things, and that, you know, sometimes that is the home, right? There's a drawer that we have, and it's the home for batteries, for twist ties, for elastics. We get into an issue when we keep all of these things, right? Like if you keep every elastic or every twist tie, then you need to start having many homes for these things. So I think it's fine to have a drawer that has a variety of things in it, but you want to have a place that you go to find these random things. And the issue with the bowls and this sort of thing is that we're cleaning up, and we just gather all the stuff that's hanging around. We put it all in the basket, or all in the bowl, or all in the box, or all in the drawer. And that's where things start to get sticky, because I said 95% of it is stuff that you don't need or use or love, but the 5% that you do can often be quite important. So like that's where your passport ends up, or that's where your credit card ends up, or that's where your wallet ends up, or that's where the keys that you actually use end up. And so again, when we're moving between different categories, and especially different sort of emergency levels, like your passport is important. Your driver's license is important. Your keys are important, but twist ties are not. And there's always going to be new ones. It's very difficult for our brains to be able to navigate that. So there is a ruthlessness that's required when we approach these containers. And one thing that can be helpful is to do a pre-sort. So to grab the bowl and just to sort out quickly. So you're sorting out the different categories so you can see how much there is and you can see what's there. And then you can make a decision. All the twist ties can go, all the elastics can go. I know that there's more somewhere else. Guaranteed though, you will throw out your elastics and then you will come up with a reason for them and not be able to find one, and that is okay. You will survive. And that doesn't mean that it was a bad idea to throw out those elastics. You still made a good choice. But pre-sorting or pre-categorizing is going to be easier for your brain, and it's going to be easier for you to see very quickly what is actually important and what you actually need. And those are the things that you really do need to find homes for. And again, the homes don't need to be perfect, but they need to be good enough that you're going to be able to find the items when you need them. So I hope that helps. Go forth and fuck clutter, and I will see you next week. Bye.